Christmas is right around the corner, so here are 3 easy DIYs to go and make. You can either use these as gifts, you can bring them to parties, you can use them as stocking stuffers, or you could just go and make them for fun. So let's get into the holiday spirit and get crafty. One of my favorite things growing up was making reindeer food. Now reindeer food is so easy to make, so we're going to start off with a pipe cleaner. You can actually get pretty much all of this over at the dollar store. Now we're going to cut the pipe cleaner into 2 pieces, and it's going to be just about thirds of what you will cut for this. We're going to start off with a loop at the top to go and make this antler. So create a small loop, twist this, take your pipe cleaner, and we're going to go and twist this one more time to go and make a second loop. Loop one more time, and in the center, we're going to go and twist these 2 loops that we made. It should be 3 little points, 2 at the sides and 1 up, and you should have a little piece at the end. Now you can go and glue these down, and these are going to be the antlers for our jar. What I love about these jars that I used is I found them over at the dollar store, and they came in a pack of 2, so you could always make one for a friend and keep one for yourself. After those are down and cooled, we're going to go and stick on some googly eyes. While you're doing this craft, make sure as you're going and putting down any of this hot glue to remove some of the stringy bits. Line your second eye up, glue it down, and after that has been glued down, go and grab a pom-pom. You could use either a pom-pom, draw it on, or maybe use some felt, but I feel that a big red pom-pom works best and really makes it look like a reindeer. Now we are going to go and add some food dye to go and make some sugar, different colors. We're going to use 1/4 of a cup of sugar, put it into a bowl, and after your sugar is in a bowl, add 4 drops of any sort of food dye that you would like to, or whatever color you would like to. Mix that up, make sure the color is fully dispersed throughout all of the sugar, and you can kind of tell that this is sticky along with also pretty dull. So we're going to take this and put it onto a sheet that is lined with some parchment paper. And if you wanted to go and make another color of this, which this one I'm using again 1/4 of a cup of sugar, adding 4 different drops of red food dye in with it, mixing it up. And this again is going to be pretty sticky. Now to go and dry this out, we're going to put this right next to the green on our parchment paper. If you don't want them to go and get together, then what you can do is just keep them separate on 2 different pieces of parchment paper. Put that into our oven at about 185 degrees Fahrenheit. Smooth it out. Watch it a couple of times. It's gonna take about 15 to 20 minutes, maybe sometimes a bit more for it to fully dry, but it does get pretty shiny. Now we're going to need some instant oatmeal or rolled oats. I have some instant oatmeal, and this was sent to me by both Influencer along with also Quaker. And these a while back were given to me complimentary from the company for my honest opinion, but I'm using it for a craft. Let's fill up our container, leave a bit of space because we're going to add some of this colored sugar in. You can see it's a bit shinier now, along with also it did get a bit duller, but that's okay because it's not wet anymore. We're going to add that in there, shake it up, and it's going to go and add just a bit of color to our reindeer mix and make it a bit more magical. On to our next craft. These are really cute. These little candy cane reindeer are definitely one of my favorites to go and make, and I love handing these out as presents. That extra piece of pipe cleaner that was left over from our other craft, we're going to take and twist around at where the loop of this candy cane is. You're going to want to twist it 2 or 3 times. You can use some hot glue to secure it a bit better. Go and twist both of the sides of the pipe cleaner to make it nice and squiggly. Use your finger to go and get it a bit more circular if you would like to. And now it has some little antlers. Put some hot glue on the end of it. We're going to stick down either a pom-pom or some red felt. Take off any extra little stringy bits from the hot glue. And now we can go and glue on our eyes. The eyes for this, I always like to put off to the side a little bit. I don't really like them touching too much in the middle. I think it just looks a lot cuter if they're off to the edge, and it makes it look a bit more like a reindeer. It also makes it look a little bit silly, and I love making things that are silly. So after you have both of the googly eyes down, then this is pretty much done. And this again is one of my favorite gifts to go and give out. It's so easy to make, they're really cute, and they're also pretty silly looking. You could also go and hang these on a Christmas tree or use them as decoration. Now onto our last craft. Now this candy sleigh is such a great gift to go and give to pretty much anyone this year, so we're going to start off with a full-size candy bar first. It should be one of the candy bars that is a bit flatter, so any chocolate bar will pretty much do. We're going to make this a deluxe one, so we're going to use 4 candy canes. Take some hot glue, put it down to just about halfway on your candy bar, slide 1 candy cane in place, and on the opposite side, put some hot glue along with also the other candy cane. Match those up together, wait for that to cool down, and we're going to move on to the other side and do the same exact thing. Now go and glue the other candy canes in place, wait for everything to go and cool down. You don't want to flip this too early because it might fall apart. And now you can go and flip it. Now we're going to go and lay out some other candy. For the base of this, I am using 3 miniature fun-sized Twix, putting a generous amount of hot glue down, and I am going and putting these all next to each other at the end of only one end on this candy cane sleigh. After all 3 of those are down, I am taking 2 miniature Kit Kats, putting them both together, and stacking them on top of the Twix. After those are down and have cooled slightly, then you can put on your next layer. For this layer, I am going to be using a couple of these white chocolate Hershey's, and I'm doing the same exact thing that I did for the other layer. For this top layer here, I'm going to be taking 4 little tiny miniature Snickers, and I'm going to glue these all together and try to center them as best as I can on the Hershey's. After those 2 are in place, I'm going to go and butt up these 2 next to each other. There's 1, and here is 2. Now, if you want to, you can always put something in the center. I wanted to, of course, so I put 1 more miniature candy, and perfect. You can use some pipe cleaners or ribbons, it really depends on what you want to, but I'm using some pipe cleaners to go and secure everything, putting 1 more pipe cleaner across, and here is the final candy sleigh. These again are just such a great gift to go and give to pretty much anyone, but I find that these are the best to give to my mail person along with also anyone who is delivering any sort of packages with a gift card on the front. Thank you all so much for watching. Happy holidays! You can find more tutorials on my profile. Take care and have a good one.